I got these chairs from a place it was like a marketing PR building down the road on Water
They're
Street.
very ergonomic.
They are. These were like $700 chairs or something at the time. I got them for like $100.
I love those moments.
Yeah, I also. But the thing is about these chairs is I don't really know how they work because there's so many knobs and buttons and stuff.
Whoa, what are you doing?
So
You're making me so nervous.
You can move the arms up and down.
I feel like you're just gonna launch up to the window. Ceiling's gonna open.
I'm gonna hit like the emergency eject button.
Eject button.
Like, Willy Wonka this place. Right through the glass ceiling. You were supposed to bring me tinned fish.
Shit.
That's fine.
I got more coming on the 10th.
Well, you're on a tin. Like, what started the tinned fish kick?
I don't know.
Get your face like right in front of that.
I don't know.
You know, like, did you have a can of tinned fish and then you?
I grew up on tin fish.
Yeah, it's really good.
Like literally, you know, I was like telling a story the other day about what caviar did to me.
What did caviar do to you?
So we had caviar, creme fraiche, and potato chips, right? That's a thing.
Like growing up as a kid?
No, I'm talking like later in life, like in Napa. And
so say that again, caviar?
So it's caviar, creme fraiche, sour cream, and potato chips.
And you put all of that on a potato chip and then eat it?
So it reminded me of eating the tin fish in the boat while we're fishing.
Yeah.
And the smell of like minnows on your hands and shit. And you're like eating sour cream and chive potato chips.
I could get behind that. I don't think I've ever had caviar.
But I grew up on the tin fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, most people find tin fish revolting.
It's a whole fad right now. It's weird. All of a sudden I just turned on the YouTube, maybe because I said something about tin fish.
Yeah.
They're listening.
Yeah.
There they go.
Zuckerberg. Hey, Mark.
Send me some tin fish. So yeah, anyways, tin fish. They're delicious.
It is delicious.
And now they're doing sardine fast.
They're making, so I part of the reason I like doing the sardine tin fish thing is because people think it's revolting and disgusting. It's fine. Like more of this glorious food for me.
It's so good for you.
But now it being all over TikTok and they're like you just fast for 2 days and then you do tin fish, sardines for a couple more days and it burns. Don't cheapen this experience for me.
Right.
Don't turn this into an influencer thing.
But it's become one now.
Yeah. That's fine.
God damn it.
Last time we did an interview, the first time we did an interview before you opened your place, you brought me some tortilla chips and some of the Mexican salsa that
I brought you a 3/4 eaten cookie today if you want. And a half thing.
Is that what happens?
A quarter of Leelanau tea here, yeah.
The first time you were trying to impress me and make a good impression, and now you just like,
hey, listen, man, you eat there all the time. You eat there like what, 2-3 times a week? Sometimes.
Yeah, when I'm in town.
So, you know,
yeah, when I'm in town.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
I don't have to be like, hey, check this new thing out.
That's true. I'm giving you your money anyway.
All right, we're good now.
Yeah. So this is actually our second interview because the first time. It was kind of up in the air what you were going to do.
Things
right?
got real weird real quick. Yeah.
It was Preservation Food Co., and you were really leaning into the fermented food thing.
Yeah. It'll come back.
Yeah.
It'll be there.
So first, like, let's talk about the fermented food thing, and then we'll talk about, like, how you ended up doing the pizza thing.
I don't even know.
How'd you do how'd you get into the fermented food thing? I don't even know.
I don't even know anymore, man.
How'd you tell me about the fermented food thing? Because it was delicious, and also I was eating that constantly.
I mean, again, growing up, crocks of stuff in the basement. You know.
Yeah.
Me and the neighborhood kids would see who could drink the most pickle juice. You know, there was like competitions. Like, you know, like
that's a health fad too.
I know. Juice. That's what I'm trying to say. Like we were ahead of the game.
Mm-hmm. Here in Saginaw?
Nah, out in the Thumb in Caro.
Yeah, out in the Thumb.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But yeah, that was not knowing it was a health thing. It was just a cultural thing.
Yeah.
Haha. Cultures and culture.
That's a dad food joke. You got a 2-for-1 deal. So when we did our interview, it was kind of up in the air. Like it was Preservation Food Co. and like fermented foods, and then you kind of slid in there. I look back at our conversation. You kind of slid in there the New York style pizza.
Yeah,
but it was kind of like a footnote. Yeah, and we'll do this.
Yeah, we were thinking about it.
How did Old World Pizzeria come to be from there? Like, why did you decide I'm going all in on New York style?
OWP, man. I mean, we grew up in Old Town. We had
Yeah.
a group called OWP. It was our skateboard gang.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What intrigued you about pizza, though?
Because that's what we ate. We ate pizzas and drank Fagos, man. Little Caesars.
Yeah, but it's
Like the OG, like
Yeah.
the good, like when it was good. I mean, it's still
there is
still nostalgic and good,
Yeah.
but
it is. There's a nostalgia. There's an accessibility to pizza.
but then
Who doesn't like pizza?
who doesn't like pizza? Exactly. Who
Right.
doesn't like pizza?
But I just want to confront you with it. Like you took that idea and then like you went all in.
Well, that's what I do.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about developing it, because you went out to New York.
Yeah, so
City
we traveled up to New York. I went up there for 48 hours and ate pizzas for 2 days.
Yeah.
Slice shop after slice shop after slice shop.
What was your best? What was your worst?
Nothing is ever the worst because it's just an experience. So I couldn't say the worst,
Fair.
but the ones that I enjoyed that were quite memorable because I went back to both of them twice the next day to see who was going to be the top on my list. And Lindustry and Mama Two's were the number 1 and number 2.
Was it the crust?
It was all about the dough.
And
it was the balances of flavors. We could talk about, the acidity of the sauce, the sweetness of sauce, whatever. Whatever was in there was fucking amazing. So
Yeah.
and then again we get into fermentation of dough.
It's true.
Shit.
Yeah, because you came back from New York, and I remember walking over to your place as you're setting up, and I'd walk in the door, and you'd say, "Phil, I have this dough that's been fermented at." And I'm going to screw up the percentages, so don't judge me, but it's 37.5%, and this dough has been fermented at, it has a moisture content of 38%, and this one has 39%. And we just sit there and like munch on dough, and then
double those numbers, and you get closer to what we're doing. But yeah.
I don't want to give away the secret.
There's no I know there is no secret. Listen, they're out there.
That's true. It's pizza.
It's pizza.
But you do it really well.
Thank you.
You do it really well.
I
You take it really
appreciate that.
seriously, which I love.
Well, I do, yeah.
And there's also a creativity to it. Every week you're rolling out some kind of new thing.
Oranges and pistachios.
Was it good? Was that good?
That's delicious.
Well,
so we did an orange pistachio burrata salad, and I was like, let's just put it on. Sorry.
No, you're fine.
I was like, let's just put it on pizza. Why not?
Yeah.
So we tried it,
And it was good.
and it was delicious.
Have you done a recipe that you were like,
Yeah, pumpkin.
the pumpkin? Pumpkin's a weird ingredient. I tried to homebrew with pumpkin, and it was just like, I don't know. Pumpkin pie is good, but you don't taste the pumpkin in pumpkin pie.
Yeah, so we took all the pumpkin and did pumpkin cheesecake instead, and it was delicious.
Yeah. Ooh.
Yeah.
Your cheesecake is good.
Oh, yeah.
Can you explain the cheesecake for folks that come in for the first time or they see it on the internet and they're like, "Bro, why is the top of your cheesecake burn? Why would anyone eat that?"
Everybody wants to talk about burnt in our shop. But
yeah.
whatever.
So tell me about the cheesecake, because
cheesecake is actually a burnt cheesecake. It's a Basque-style cheesecake. In theory, you basically are taking a bunch of cream cheese and sugars and some other ingredients and cooking it a little longer than like a normal New York style cheesecake.
Yeah.
But I make the best.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I would eat it every day.
My bro Chad that's coming back.
Yeah, Chad.
He travels the world, been to Spain and ate these things. He helped me come up with the idea. He said, make Basque cheesecake. So I did.
Can we talk about Chad later? Because I want to talk about you first.
Yeah, that's fine.
Because he's big on the internet, so we don't really have to give him more attention. But
there we go.
We should probably give him a shout out.
We will.
Roll out the red carpet for Chad.
We should.
Okay.
Anyways.
So I want to ask you the kind of the origin story of.
Can we get back to pizza? We'll go back to pizza.
Yeah.
So the origin of it. It started at a young age. We all loved growing up with pizza. I had a pizza shop growing up as a kid called Capri. What was the name? Yeah, the Capri out in the Thumb in Caro. And it was great pizza, good cheese, thick, heavy Midwest style pizza.
Mm-hmm.
Then traveling around in the 90s, I made it out to San Francisco. We all skateboarded. Every night we'd stop at one of the many slice shops. There was one specifically in the corner of Jones and O'Farrell in the Tenderloin district of San Francisco. It was called Pizza 2000. And they would bring guys in from Afghanistan for 3 to 6 months to work in this pizza shop, and then they'd send them home.
Really?
It was weird.
Huh.
One guy was like, I don't want to go back. So I asked, well, why? Oof. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
And that was pre all the, that was like 96, probably 97.
All the stuff.
But yeah, he was like, they're they've been training us like forever.
Yeah.
Like, it's not good.
What was it like
don't
in
wanna go
San
home.
Francisco then?
For a skateboarding scene, music scene, punk rock scene, rave scene, all of it was amazing. It
Yeah.
was just like the foundation of new things. And about 96 is, you're looking at changes coming.
Yeah.
You're looking at technological advancements.
Yeah. Before San Francisco priced itself out of everything cool.
Pretty much.
No offense, San Francisco. I've got an uncle there, but
Yeah, it's
you guys are in a situation.
it's not great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're growing up, you're skateboarding, you're eating pizza. Then what? What do you do?
We'll leave that story blank for a while, but it'll be in a book one day.
Okay.
Just a lot of traveling, a lot of eating,
Yeah.
in and out of other countries and areas and stuff, and got to experience culture within the United States. There's so many different, from a Laotian culture to a Yugoslavian culture. Like, you're just experiencing food everywhere, and that was I've kind of been obsessed with that since I was a young kid. Like, food was like, it's what kept everybody together.
You talked about this a little bit in our first interview, and I'd love for you to talk about it again. This idea of food memories.
It really started with my cousin Liila. She got dementia, and we would bring her some of the food of our people, Russian or Eastern European, Russian/Ukrainian, however you want to look at it right now. But it really, you could see the changes just in a couple bites that she would take, and there's times she wouldn't even eat, and we were starting to bring this stuff, and now she's starting to eat again. And the hard part of this whole thing is now my mom has dementia, and I'm doing the same thing for her. And it really helps keep them. I don't know if I'm sure there's studies on everything now, but for me, it really helps see that with everybody. I remember being a kid, and when we would make pelmeni or varaniki, my grandpa would, everybody would just get a smile on their face, and it would just create such, I don't know, it was like labors of love. You learn that food is the way to somebody's heart in so many ways. Like, when we go out on dates for Valentine's Day, what do? We go eat a memorable meal. Like, this is like all a part of this thing. I mean, even McDonald's French fries, like it all is something. It doesn't have to be this like amazing Michelin star thing. You could just be eating canned fish and have a memory of like childhood. Or
for me, one of the memories is my mom growing up, she canning. Like, we had a cellar, and she would just go through these weeks of canning all the vegetables and canning all the fruit and canning all the things. Yeah. And we had the cellar in the basement, and me and my two brothers would go into the cellar, and we would sit on the floor, and we would grab just like cans of things and open it, and we were just eating green beans out of the can. And for me, it was always canned peaches and cottage cheese.
Oh yeah, good.
Or pears if you want to change it up a little bit, but you throw those two things in a bowl, and that, to this day, that is what I eat. Like, that is what I love. Like, it again, like you said, it's not complicated. To some people, it might even sound gross, but it's two ingredients connected to something important in your life that creates this memory.
But then it was also a health thing too, I think.
Yeah, true.
And survival.
True.
We don't have that anymore. People are learning it again, I guess.
What? Tell me.
The canning aspect.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah. True. You mentioned the Michelin star thing. What was your experience in San Francisco? Like, how'd you end up kind of in the fine dining world?
So I ended up raising rabbits, which was kind of more of a fine dining piece of meat. So
yeah. How did that start? Because you talk about the rabbit farm, but like, you never told me why. I'm just gonna start a rabbit farm today.
I don't know. I was kicking it around. I was in the Northern California cultivation world, we'll say. And I got tired of that. I'd seen that thing crashing quick.
Yeah.
And I said, I want to do something else.
Humboldt County, is that where you're at?
Oh yeah, the good old Humboldt.
Yeah. Yeah. So you saw it crashing, and you're like, I need something else.
I need to do something else.
And were you farming in the Thumb?
Yeah, we had families that were farmers. We raised some rabbits as kids, and my ducks flew south for the winter one time, and we ate really greasy chicken for dinner. Yeah, that stuff.
So you start this rabbit farm.
Yeah, and they breed like rabbits, and before you know it, I got a few hundred rabbits, and walking in the back doors of some of the best restaurants in the country and world. So
Yeah. Tell me why they loved your rabbits. Because they loved your rabbits, and they loved your rabbits for a reason.
yeah, because I do the same thing with everything, Phil. I just try to do it. I don't try. I do it to the best that is humanly possible for myself.
Yeah. You get this like obsessive look in your eye where you just kind of like wild eye stare at something.
Yeah, I'm a little crazy. Sorry. Just like dough.
Yeah.
It's all about the dough.
Explain the processing of the rabbit.
Processing. Okay. Oh, I gotta go through that. Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, this is part of the story. This is why.
Man.
This is why everybody wanted
So
your
here's the
rabbits.
part. Here's the part of the story. The part of the story is I was speaking with a guy by the name of. I worked with a guy from the Culinary Institute. He ran the restaurant up front. His name is Larry Forgione. He is the godfather of American cuisine. He termed free range chicken. He's the dude. You know. Interesting character. So he's told me we would go back and forth with stories, and then one day I was up there and I was up there probably talking to Marnie at the front desk or something, and he's like, Eric. I was like, what's going on, Larry? He goes, bring me some more rabbits. He might have been a little more brash than that. He may have put a couple cuss words in there, but whatever. Anyways, I was like, well, all right. I was like, what's going on? He was like, man, we get out these other rabbits and we go to braise them, and it's an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes or so. And he goes, we check yours in 45 minutes and they're done. He goes, why? I says, well, here's the story. I says, first and foremost, during processing, we make it very less stressful. You know,
so I'm just going to give any vegans listening to this.
Plug your ears.
Yeah. And I don't say that with any disdain. You were a vegan for 7 years.
Yeah, vegetarian, vegan for 7.
Yeah. So don't say that with any disdain, but we're going to talk about some animal stuff.
Yeah.
Continue.
So a rabbit, when it's flipped over on its back, plays dead. So in my mind, I was like, okay, so now they're relaxed. They go into this like coma state. So you'd flip them over, start the process. I'm not going to get too detailed.
Yeah, that's
into
fine.
what
We can
do.
just use that word.
Then we hang them, and then we just bleed them out.
Yeah. Which you could also make the case like it's also more humane that way.
It was a very humane way to do it because humane way to do it, and also better for the meat. There was a very minimal amount of like lactic acid.
Yeah, it's better for everybody.
Panic and stress.
Yeah, it's better for everybody.
And some of that process prior to that was feed programs, really paying attention to nutrition and things that would create muscular marbling or fat. You know, people say rabbits don't have fat in them, but I proved people wrong for the most part.
Yeah.
By what we fed, because it created intermuscular marbling. So just like Wagyu or a fine steak, you try to push high amounts of a certain fatty acid that creates, you know, which is heart healthy for us. You know, like you want milk that's high in CLA. Mm-hmm. Well, those dairy cows are fed high CLA diet. So those dairy cows in return, which was a whole nother venture, were well marbled, almost as good as Wagyu beef. So,
oof.
Yeah.
So you start to get the attention of these restaurants because not only is it better meat, but it also cooks faster. Which is great for the kitchen.
Right. But the quality as well. Like the chickens we did, the young chickens poussin we did for a while, we were feeding like water buffalo milk and fermented grains. Or like the waste product from a mozzarella thing up the road from us.
Wow.
That was crazy.
Yeah. What was that like kind of being in that circle of some of these restaurants? I mean, wait, what year is this? Like what kind of...
I think it was right around 2010 is when I moved closer to Napa Valley.
Okay. So, I mean, you fast forward 15 years now and like food is...
Food was my thing when I was even younger.
Yeah.
I mean, my good friend Lauren Garcia, he's a dude. He's like, why aren't you a chef? Like, why aren't you cooking more? You know, like we've talked about all these things we're about to do here in Old Town. We were talking about these things in the early 90s because we've seen Saginaw slowly losing food security, we'll say. Mm-hmm. I mean, that was a big thing for us. You know, we talked about farming. We talked about these things. Like these are all like important factors on not just losing food security, but also losing culture. There are cultures here that let's talk like Polish culture. Like we're lacking in good Polish food or Eastern European, even Italian food. There's not, for me, it's just, you know, let's go on a date or something. And they're like, no, let's go to Olive Garden. I'm like, they have their place. I get that. But it's like, we're seeing more and more of that unique food coming to Old Town. I mean, I'm hearing there's 2 or 3 more restaurants going to open up down here, which is amazing to me.
Yeah. The thing, and I want to just say on record, as somebody who works with hundreds of communities across the country, like the thing about Old Town is you take Old Town is all of 2 or 3 blocks, and the food that's available right now, it's good food. There's also a depth to the food, like the story with your pizza. Like it's more than just pizza. Yeah. Like there's a story behind it. Lonnie, the matriarch of Old Town, like she's just an amazing human being cooking food with heart. And you got Tina. You got really great food. And Fralia's, like everybody.
I haven't ate at Jake's since I've been here, and me and Chad went there the other night, and we're like, this is great.
It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, you go across the river down the road to downtown, and you got SVRC Marketplace, also with incredible vendors there. Yes. Everybody's trying to do something creative and bring something new, and I love that. So you're like in this fine dining world in San Francisco. Like what was that like?
So I would purposely do all my deliveries in the Bay Area just so I could eat family meal at Atelier Cren. Smoke weed, eat family meal with them before their dinner rush. So I would just sit there because it was on my way out of town back up to the North Bay, and I would go in there and hang out with Dominique and her other chefs. And was good friends with their pastry chefs, and it was just amazing. Yeah. It was amazing.
Amazing. Why?
Creativity, the artistic aspect of it all, the creativity, the attitudes, we were all alike. There was no like, it's like you found your people, and they're always progressing, and that's some of the things that I'm hoping to see more here for not just myself, but other places here in Saginaw, just progressively going into getting better at everything, like just anyways.
I love that you point that out, because sometimes, and this is also an earned reputation and is true in many cases, but the fine dining world has this reputation of being very pretentious, like it's about being elite and it's about being best, and that's absolutely the case. But something that's impressed me about you and like your experience with it is that it really leans hard into the creativity part of it. Like, how can we create something, and how can we make something new, and how can we experiment, and that kind of part of it, I think, is really beautiful.
And then that's another reason pizza is a great vessel for all those things.
Yeah. There's also simplicity to pizza too that I think also encourages the creativities.
I mean, a simple cheese slice, you could really screw one up real quick.
That's true.
Like, it can be real gross.
Yeah, you might pull it out of the oven and dump it on the floor.
Oh yeah, you've been there for that one, huh?
Yeah.
Those moments are fun.
Yeah, but like, here are 3 ingredients on a cheese pizza. Like, how can we make the best ingredients, and how can we use those ingredients the best, and technique, and it's just 3.
3.
I love it.
Well, flour, water, salt, oil, and yeast. There's 4 in there.
4. I was just thinking like dough, sauce, cheese.
But 3 ingredients that you can elevate to a point where it gives somebody, an experience. Tim told me yesterday, the other day, somebody came and bought a cheese slice. First time he's been.
Oh, yeah?
About 20 minutes later, the phone rang, and the guy said, "Oh my God, I'm in heaven." Had to call the shop after eating the pizza to tell somebody there that they were in heaven by eating this cheese slice of pizza. What the is going on?
The first few weeks, it was really funny because I would come by to buy some pizza, and at any given time, you could ask the people that were either waiting in line or eating their pizza there, like, "Where are you guys from?" And like half of the people in the room would be from the East Coast, or they lived on the East Coast for 20 years, or they were in New York City for 15 years, or for college or whatever. And it really became like this magnet towards people who really understand and have experienced that kind of style of pizza.
Yeah. We have our naysayers. We have that 1%, and I'm glad they have their 1% club.
Yeah.
And that's okay. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I've had people cry in the front, get up and give me hugs, like we never thought we'd ever. And I spoke about Lindustry, right? 3 people so far. Some lady from Austin, Texas. No, she was from Philadelphia. They were here for the VA hospital doing work. VA hospital sent them over to have lunch where we were. Thank you, VA hospital. And she's like, oh, yeah, I go out to New York all the time. She goes, what was your favorite one out there? I go, or something of this nature, but somehow Lindustry got brought up.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the fourth time I've heard about Lindustry Pizzeria again in our shop, which they were one of my, like, you know, I think they're everybody's. Everybody wants to go experience Lindustry.
Yeah.
They got a good vibe. They got good pizza. I
Yeah.
mean, and she said, yes, it reminded her of
Awesome.
Lindustry Pizzeria in New York. So
Awesome. So you're doing kind of right.
It's called the elite, like an elite style New York pizza.
Yeah.
You know, some people think it's going to be too dry, or where's the cheese, or where's that? But it's like there's a balance, man.
There is a balance. And that's the thing that I love about like the New York style and like what you're doing is there's a balance. Like some people are dough fiends and they want that crust to be 4 inches thick and that's their jam, like you said. And you make a good deep dish, let's just say.
Oh,
and like you said, what I love about what you said when I asked you the question, like who in New York was your favorite and who was like the worst? And you kind of checked me a little bit and said, well, I don't really look at it as the worst. Like it's just not for me. Or and similar here. Like your pizza might make somebody cry and they might say, this is complete garbage and I love X, Y, and Z place way better. Like awesome. Like you found your pizza place. Yeah. Please go eat more of their pizza. So you have this rabbit farm. You're eating family meal at fine dining restaurants. God. You're like in that circle. Like, why do you come back from San Francisco back to Saginaw? Like, what's the pull?
I've done it more than once. I don't know. I heard something a long time ago because the river runs from south to north. There's a weird vortex here, I guess. I don't know. And everybody gets sucked back in.
I believe it. I believe it. I tell people all the time, Nick, there's something in the dirt and water in Saginaw that just makes it what it is.
I don't know. My mom wasn't getting any younger, so you know, I had to come back and take care of her.
Yeah. And then did you come back with the idea that you wanted to open a business and do something, or did that happen after?
Well, I had the farm thing when I got back. I kind of tried to hold on to that torch for a while, and it just wore me out.
It's a tough business.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
Then they're like, let's open a pizza shop. It's going to be so much easier.
You know what would make my life easier? Opening another business.
Another one. Oh, wait a minute. Another one after this, right? Is that what we heard?
Yeah, that's what we heard.
I heard that too, but we'll see what happens.
Yeah, we'll leave that rumor on the street for now. Give me a 101 of Old World Pizzeria. So if somebody listening to this, watching this,
so listen, man,
what's the 101?
Let's not even get into the 101. Let's talk about our daily life. We're about to start live streaming this so people understand, you know, even our costs of our pizza. Like we've had people that were like, "Oh, it's so expensive," but it's a 20-inch pizza, hand stretched into an oven.
Yeah.
It's
also not that expensive. If you're buying large pizzas from
I just looked up Sbarro's, man.
Yeah.
Sbarro slices are $4 to $5 a slice for Sbarro.
Yeah.
And
so y'all got to calm down.
Yes, we're a little bit hot. We're a little, you know.
You get what you pay for, and it's $4 more. So just chill out.
Our ingredients are as clean as we can get them. You know, no potassium bromate in our flour. There's things that we don't do because, you know, we want to do the best. We want people to experience good, clean, healthier food.
Yep.
Pizza.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We were going somewhere before we got sidetracked there.
Yeah.
So, you know, I mean, our mornings start there at, you know, sometimes 6 a.m., sometimes 5 a.m. People are making dough. People are making all our desserts and our cookies that we just started.
The cookies are so good. Man. That brown butter sea salt that you did.
I know.
I ate 3 of those in one sitting.
Now, we don't brown the butter now, but we add a little bit of the kettle cooked potato chips to it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, some dark chocolate and milk chocolate.
Could you do a brown butter potato chip and call it like the fill dough or something?
We could do
like
that.
Because I really like that brown butter.
We'll brown. I mean, we can still brown the butter.
Okay.
I mean, I've been melting the butter, but we just kind of are trying to simplify just a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
But then we're going to do one that's like a chocolate chip, 2 cookies together with cannoli filling. I like a sandwich. I was like, that looks so good. Ricotta, sweet ricotta.
So you're making all that stuff.
We're just having fun. Yeah,
5 a.m., 6 a.m. your day starts.
Yeah.
Then what?
Then, you know, we'd start turning customers away about 10 a.m.
Do they start coming at 10?
Oh, my goodness. This morning, 10 a.m., they were there.
See, I would come at 10.
I think we had some 9:45ers a couple times.
Yeah,
so,
sometimes I get a 10 a.m. itch, and then I'm like, I got to wait until 11.
You're welcome. to come in at 10:30. It's fine. We usually will have a pizza or two in the window by then.
Okay.
And they know.
So you can come in early.
Yeah.
Like you might not have a full counter, but
Correct. Yeah.
okay.
But I guess 101 is, I don't know, be prepared to be razzled and dazzled.
What I love about it too is like it's pizza by the slice too.
Yeah, I guess some people didn't realize that we were doing it by the slice. We always get those phone calls or asks.
Yeah, it's pizza by the slice. What I love about it, it's like it's fast. Like you're buying local, you're supporting local business. You're getting takeout, and it's usually faster than takeout because you walk in there and you say, "I want this slice and this slice and this slice." You can choose your own adventure.
Yeah,
and then you pop it back in the oven, and then you're out the door. And I love that.
Out the door. That's what I love, and I think that's part of why we did the slices. I mean, we can do whole pies like everybody else, and still give people experiences. But it's that slice culture. To me, it's better to come in and get a slice than it is to get the whole pizza anyway. So
yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
What are your days hours?
We just switched up to some winter hours. We're doing Monday through Thursday is 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday Friday is still 11 to 8. And then Saturday and Sundays now are 12 to 8.
Cool.
We were doing the later hours, but just didn't seem to be doing as well as we did in the summer. So we just cut it back a little bit.
Yeah. You mentioned earlier that your brother Chad's coming back.
Yeah.
Who's Chad?
Chad Coplinger. I've known him since I was 15. Man.
He does okay tattoos and stuff.
Yeah, he's all right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why is he coming back? Because he's down in Nashville?
Yeah, he's in Nashville. Owns a shop down there. He's going to pass the torch off to all his shop employees there. I think one of them's actually purchasing it from him, and he's coming home. Wow, he wants to be home.
That'll be cool. The Bash brothers back in town.
I know, that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, it was kind of weird. He just went out to go visit his mother's grave and drove down a road and looked at a house and said, wow, I'm going to buy this.
Really?
And they bought it. And now they're moving.
It's that Saginaw thing, that river. Running the other way.
Opposites. Yeah. I don't know. Vortex.
And I love that because like here you are in San Francisco and your brother in Nashville. And a lot of folks said like that's where everybody wants to be. Everybody wants to be in Nashville. Everybody wants to be in these big metropolitan cities. But here you are feeling like an emotional connection to this place.
Yeah, bring those experiences back here and give people those new experiences. That's I'm in the job of making experiences, I guess.
Yeah, you are
changing lives.
Speaking of experiences, do you have a most memorable meal? I think the first time we talked, like you went to the French Laundry,
French Laundry was
with your brother and Spud
from Australia, yeah.
And then was there a friend who passed?
Yeah, Josh.
Obi. Yeah, what was that like, that meal? And why was it memorable?
The memories was just friends.
Mm-hmm.
The meal was a French Laundry.
Yeah. I mean, your food's good.
Their food was great. It just wasn't. I enjoyed those things. I enjoyed eating those type of meals, but it's just basically it's the company you're with. Like you and I could be sitting here eating a bag of potato chips, and it would be a great, memorable meal.
That's true. Yeah, I'll never forget your Mexican sauerkraut and tortilla chips.
Oh, dang it! What are you trying to say? I got to make it again.
Well, I mean, I bug you all the time about it because I really, really like it.
It was so good.
Yeah. I think, and that's what I love about your perspective on fine dining, because looking at it as somebody who is into food and loves that world, but not personally experienced it. So many folks can kind of idolize it and turn it into this thing, but you always steer it back to the people. Yeah, you can be drinking beer and smoking weed and eating nachos and be like, this is the greatest meal of my life.
Great. Yeah.
Or you could be eating pearls and oysters and being like, yeah, okay, this is great, but my friends are here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. It's the people you're with, not the food you're eating.
Yeah.
Right.
You ready for some rapid fire stuff?
Oh, shit.
I mean, the first one is not quite so rapid fire.
Let's go.
But it's not related to pizza. You were on a TV show.
Oh, shit. I was.
What TV show were you on?
Outlast Season 2, Survival. It was a survival series.
Yeah, what is that? What's the premise?
4 teams of 4 get to compete against each other. This one was up in the Tungus National Forest in Alaska.
Like, how did you end up on this survival show?
Thanks to Sean Hayes. Shout out to our buddy.
Yeah, how?
He got cast for Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
And then he was talking about his mentor, which he was out, processing pigs with me and processing deer and foraging and doing stuff out at the farm.
Yeah.
And we'd travel and do other things. And he's big into outdoors. And so that's how he got cast. And he was like, oh, my mentor. And I was like, oh, okay. They're going to be giving you a call. I was like, great. They're like, hey, we want you on Naked and Afraid. So I said no. I entertained it for a little bit just because it was kind of fun and silly, but I was like, this is not my forte.
Yeah.
I'm not like the outdoors naked kind of guy. So,
Yeah.
Anyways, this can reel that in a little bit. And then about 2 months later, they're like, we got the perfect show for you. I'm like, really? You guys are calling me again? This is weird. I must be some sort of weird character of sorts.
Yeah. They probably saw the tattoos and stuff.
Yeah. I got cast for another show before this quite a while ago. But so before you know it, I'm in Alaska, going to get the psych tests and the physical tests. And I'm on an airplane heading to Alaska to live in the woods for 30 plus days.
What was that experience like?
Interesting.
Why?
We're 2 weeks in a hotel room without just like three meals or 1 30-minute walk a day.
Before you go out into the wilderness?
Yeah. We were stuck in hotel rooms.
Sequester you in a hotel room?
And you couldn't meet any of the other competitors. You had chaperones. And
why do they do that?
Oh, they didn't want you to meet the other. They don't want you to get any step above. Shit, I'm not even supposed to talk about these things. I think I'm still on contract stuff. But anyways, I don't care. They can come get me.
Yeah.
Screw them. Because I'm mad at Netflix anyways. So I'm not going to get into the reasons why. Because then I would really... Yeah. Anyways, here or there. They would do that because we weren't supposed to meet any of the competitors.
Yeah. You didn't want...
And we weren't even supposed to meet the people in the town. We had to do minimal talking with the people in the town. I mean, we were on lockdown and shut down.
They want to blank slate. Yeah, going into the wilderness blank slate.
Yes, because we had to pick our team, which I ended up getting to pick my team and do all that stuff. And we picked an amazing team. And I love all of them to this day. It was just such
you guys are in a group thread or something like that.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, what was your takeaway from that experience? What did you learn? What was awesome?
I don't know if I learned much, but I think I learned how to talk better in front of cameras and all that stuff, I guess.
Did you learn anything about yourself?
I don't know. It gave me a bit more confidence in life.
Yeah.
I mean, I already had the confidence, but it was getting through and getting over that first 3 days. That was like, if you can push through that, you got it, But I think on day 2, maybe that evening, one of those nights, I had a pretty bad meltdown.
Why are those first 3 days so important?
I guess you wanted to get food, shelter, and fire together in those first 3 days, which we did within 2. I mean, we got food, fire. We got fire and shelter within less than 12 hours. That we got those done the first day within hours.
Yeah.
So, and then we just expanded shelters from there, and then we just started hunting and collecting clams.
Did anything surprise you or catch you off guard, or you're like, oh, dang, this is going to be way tougher than I thought?
I almost bailed on day 2.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
I had a panic, full-on panic attack. I was hallucinating. It was weird.
Really?
Yeah, it was maybe the lack of food.
Yeah.
A lack of hydration, the stress, the pushing yourself. You're with strangers in the woods.
Yeah.
Camera crews around during the day and, nobody else during the night for the most part. And it got weird,
What would you say to somebody like me that watches shows like this and go, oh man, I could go 70 days, or you dummy, of course you don't drink the water.
It takes a very special person to do these things. And you got to know what you're doing before you even go out there. You can watch all the TV shows you want. I didn't really watch too much. I read a few books and watched a couple YouTube videos. I just kind of knew this stuff growing up. And, I came into a lead role, which rubbed a lot of people wrong, but, being in from kitchens and doing this stuff, it kind of helped. It helped a lot.
Why did it rub people wrong?
Why did I?
Yeah.
Part of it was just who we are. We were all kind of arrogant,
type A.
Yeah. Everybody wanted to be a boss.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Brandon was really awesome. He was a Idaho wolf trapper. Joe was amazing. He came in kind of without a lot of the knowledge and walked out with more knowledge than he knew what to do with, I think. So
cool.
I did play a little psychological game with him as well. But you do that in things when you run a good business and you do things, you got to play those games. You know?
And it's also like a show. The goal is to win.
Yeah. The goal was to win, and we did win.
Do you want to talk about why you're mad at Netflix, or no? You can say no.
I can. I don't care, to be honest.
Yeah,
because I mean, in the end interviews, I told them to go fuck themselves for the most part. So
yeah. Oh, okay. Let's talk about, because I think it might give like an interesting insight to the experience of being on a show.
So
because everybody's, oh my God, you're on a show that must be amazing.
We made it 30 plus days in, and we were doing great. We could have kept going. It's called Outlast for a reason, and we figured, they changed some things this season. Last season there was a foot race in the end, right? Of course, it's a foot race again. And you start to figure these things out after you get time to actually get some nutrition, and you're back at the hotel room and you're just thinking through it, and you're like, something doesn't seem right. I'm not going to say too much more than that, but there's a thing called ratings. And, some of these, I'm pretty sure shows like to do things for ratings. And the only reason I recognize that is because I'm not much of a chef. I like to cook. I like to experience things. I'm more of a chef now than I was, 10 years ago. I was a farmer and a cook. I loved cooking food. I love working with people, learning the trade of being a chef, and not really going to school for, but working with some of the best guys. Like one of my mentors was 11 years with Thomas Keller from the French Laundry. Joshua Schwartz, amazing dude. Now he has like it's called Travel Creel, Creel, which is a fishing company. Like he travels around and cooks for people and fishes.
Really?
Yeah, it's fucking great. He's so stoked for him.
That sounds awesome.
But he goes, Eric, congrats on the pizza shop. If there's anything I was ever to do, it would have been pizza.
Really?
Yeah. Instead of the thing he's doing now. But yeah, anyways, I forgot where I was going with Netflix.
The foot race and the ratings.
Oh, no, yeah. So anyways, I got cast for Chopped, and I told them, I was like, I'm good.
Oh, really?
And they kept hitting me with it. I had a beard, well, a pretty long beard. It was like almost down to my belly button. And they're like, no, it doesn't matter. And we don't care. You got the look we want. It doesn't matter. You got the look we want. And I just realized it's just, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. But I'm also like, okay, I wish I would have done that.
You wish you would
I
have
wish
done
I would have
Chopped?
done Chopped. I'd have failed. I would have failed horribly, but it would have been great.
Yeah, it would have been an experience. Like, you're not going on to win. You're just going on to go on. Yeah.
So going on to that camera thing, like I said earlier,
Yeah.
I had an interview for a vitamin company eons ago. I had to be like almost 20 years ago or longer. And they put me in front of a camera and said, do this sales pitch. And I just choked. It was the worst. I was like, there goes my television career.
Yeah. It's hard to be
I'm
on
just
camera.
kidding.
It's hard to be
It's
on
the
camera.
worst.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I mean, this is different. Like, we're on camera now, obviously, but this is different because we're not talking to the camera.
Oh, and it's in your face.
Yeah. Yeah. If I'm ever on the news or something and they've got the camera in your face and they say, okay, and we're on in 3, 2, your mind goes blank and everything that you say sounds dumb. It's very much a skill.
So let me tell you what, hardest part of the whole show was the cameras.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, I could see that. Because you just kind of want to put your head down and win this thing and get your food and shelter. But then there's cameras
and then
around.
They're pulling you away. They're doing interviews with you every day. You're like, ugh.
Yeah. I'm trying to chop down this tree, bro. Leave me alone.
Dude, they didn't even put that in there. I wish they would have.
You chopped down a tree?
Me and that guy, Joey. Oh, my God. It was the day that we made sea salt, or the day that I made sea salt, and we ate 10 grams or more of salt that day. We were like, we're superheroes. Then there was this dead pine tree that was probably like 3 stories tall. And we literally took I mean, energy that was probably unnecessary, but the pent up anger and aggression from living with people in dirt and just eating clam every day, and you're just pissed. I will never eat clam again. Like, I might. But anyways,
Clams are gross.
They're gross. I mean, when you're like not able to purge them and they're gritty and you're making clam soup every day.
Yeah. I love oysters. Clams are gross, though.
Yeah, I'll eat canned oysters smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
You know, that's how people lose Naked and Afraid. Like, they go out and they're like, I'm gonna cut down this tree, and they spend 7 hours cutting down the tree, and they're like, nah, I'm going home, man.
Yeah,
I am done.
Nah, but we pushed. I mean, we were probably 3 weeks in when we did that.
Really?
Like, we were cutting that tree. There was no stopping us. We're knocking this tree down.
Dang. What would you rate the experience on a scale of 1 to 10?
Oh man, I couldn't even give you the number. Would be so high, dude. I don't even.
Really, it was awesome.
I can't even count that high. So like 20.
Really?
Yeah.
Top life experience. I don't want to say the top, but a top life experience.
You know, it was memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah.
Awesome.
Quick fires.
Best
Shit, what
city.
happened?
Best city for pizza besides New York.
Oh shit. Saginaw.
The most overrated pizza ingredient. I love that answer, by the way. Saginaw, Michigan.
Boom.
New York City,
Yes.
we're coming for you, baby. Most overrated pizza ingredient.
It happened on day 2, and they asked for bell peppers, and I said we don't have them. They said, "Well, what kind of pizza shop are you?" I said, "It's a real good one."
Most underrated ingredient.
Like underrated ingredient.
Yeah.
Sauce. Everybody fucks the sauce up.
Most weirdest ingredient that you want to try that you think would be awesome.
Oh, so we talked about the other day. I know it's kind of foofy and weird, but pepperoni, caviar, and truffles all on one pizza.
Ooh.
It's happening.
Triple threat.
I'm actually going to the truffle guy next week.
Oh, yum, yum, yum.
Yep, we're changing our hot honey up actually to a truffle hot.
One thing that sucks about food critics, both like literary food critics or just like local food critics, what thing sucks about food critics?
Rating their experience off of one experience and not coming in a couple times to just rate the experience, I guess. Sometimes it's like I said, I had to go to a place twice just to make sure they were up to par, I guess. I don't know.
One thing that customers are right about.
Customers are always right. Just kidding. Isn't that how we're supposed to do that?
Yeah, I think that's the
so.
right
I think
answer.
we're just gonna leave
Customers
it at
are
that.
always right.
You guys are always right.
Customers
Until
are
you're wrong.
Till I disagree with you. Describe your pizza in pretentious fine dining language.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, I don't think I could do that. That's a stupid question.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like that question.
I like
but
the question, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's not like a
I don't know how to
rapid
answer
fire
it.
question.
I don't know. It's a great vessel for. I don't know.
Yeah, skip that one.
Yeah.
What is the thing? You're a year old? 2 years old?
A year and some months.
Yeah, a year and some months. You're a year and some months in. What is the thing that you have loved the most about this experience so far?
How amazing Saginaw and beyond has been to travel. There's people coming to get pizza 5 times a day. There's people traveling 5 hours away to come try our pizza.
Mm-hmm.
The word's out.
That's got to feel validating.
It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's just weird. It is validating.
Yeah.
You know, I'm trying to be as humble as I can, but it's.
Yeah.
I think it's knowing now.
Yeah.
That we might be the best in the state and a little beyond. So.
Are we going to see more from Old World Pizzeria?
There's some projects coming.
Ooh. More yummies?
More yummies. More things.
Eric, I want to thank you so much for the conversation. I want to thank you so much for your cheesecake and your cookies and your pizza and for coming all the way back from San Francisco to your hometown of Saginaw.
All right.
Love you, buddy.
Love you too, bro.
Thank you so much.
Ciao. Ciao.
Ciao.
It's been a pleasure.
You got to bring me fish next time.
Well,
maybe,
I got some
maybe
coming on the 10th. There's more coming. Yeah, I just got the weird. They were okay. They were somehow.